Shane Henderson here, coming at you from my feet. So this is a good practice to have where with sitting so much, the fascia down the back of the legs gets very, tight isn't the right word, it like contracts, constricts. And so working through the feet can often relieve some of the tension felt up through the rest of the body. So you're going to take a ball, it's got a little bit of squish, okay? So a lacrosse ball, golf ball, too hard, squash ball, a tennis ball that doesn't collapse like the dog tennis balls collapse would be adequate. This is my pinky balls that are like $1.25 at Party City. And all you're going to do is keeping the heel on the ground. You're going to roll through the toes a little bit. Then you're going to move forward and roll through the midfoot. Okay, move forward again. So my heel is on the ground this entire time. And I'm going to show it to you from this side. So you can see it from the side. Oops. So I'm rolling through the toes. And I usually go back and forth like 10 times. Then a little bit more through the midfoot. Okay, and then you get to a point where like I am just on the cusp of the heel not being able to stay down. So then what I do is I put the toes down. I normally do this standing and I'm sitting right now. So my toes are now down. I'm working through the heel and working through the heel. So the benefits of standing versus sitting, if I was standing, I'd be able to apply more pressure if I felt that that was what I wanted and what I needed. This isn't a no pain, no gain situation. This is just bringing some awareness and opening up the feet. So next, I put it on the big toe, and I think of the toes as 5 channels that go from toe to heel. And so I go down the big toe channel. Let's see if I can get it so I don't go out of the frame. So big toe channel. And again, I'll go back and forth 10 times. Then I would move to the second toe. Okay. Third toe. And the fourth and the fifth. So rolling it back and forth. Again, when I'm seated, I can't apply as much pressure. If I'm standing, I can apply more, but I want to stay out of that pain cycle and just be in a place where it feels good. Okay. Now I went back and forth for demonstration purposes between the feet, but I would always just do one foot at a time, and then afterwards I'd kind of check in and see how does that one foot feel compared to the other. Okay, does it feel the same? Does it feel different? If I'm standing, how does that side feel compared to the other? And then sometimes too, there might be a spot in your foot where you're like, oh, it feels good to like kind of rub back and forth there. And so you can play with that. Another thing we can do is curl your toes and then put pressure through the ball and then try and open your toes up. Okay, so curl your toes, pressure through the ball, and try and extend your toes up. You can again work down the surface of the base of the foot. So curl, pressure. It's much more noticeable when you're at the front end of the toes, the foot, because you can feel that resistance in the tissue, but you're getting stretched through that fascia again. So some tips, especially when we're doing so much sitting, this can help alleviate, as I said, some of that compression that's happening in through like the back muscles.